Question 12. The qualitative characteristic of comparability can be achieved through A. Using the same accounting methods every period, B. Applying the historical cost principle consistently every period, C. Using the same formatting of accounting reports each period, or D. All of the above. To answer this question, we're going to look at the example of a balance sheet. So we can see this is a balance sheet for one business for the years 2015, 16 and 17. We can see in the first year we've got two current assets called cash and debtors and two non-current assets called vehicles and premises. That seems straightforward enough. However, in the second year, what if we change the way debtors is set out? Not so the total's different, or the total will be different, but that's just going to happen over time. But perhaps the balance sheet in that second year actually breaks down who the debtors are. This is called a subsidiary account, which we study later in the course. That is not consistent from one year to the next. Also, look at the premises. The premises value has gone up from $475,000 to $510,000. So we're using a different value in the second year to value the premises than we did in the first year. What about in the third year, in 2017? We're actually going to change the format of the balance sheet a bit, and instead of expressing it in dollars, we're going to express it in thousands of dollars. What does that mean? It means that we abbreviate the numbers so they're easier to read. That's a perfectly legitimate thing to do for a business. The businesses on the stock exchange do it. So we can see cash is $25.1 thousand, debtors are $10.4 thousand. We're not going to do the subsidiary ledgers for J. Smith and P. Nguyen. We've got vehicles at 52.3, and the premises has actually gone back down from 510,000 to 475. What are we trying to demonstrate here? We're trying to demonstrate a few points. Firstly, we should use the same accounting methods every year so this report can be comparable. That hasn't been done here. We can see in the second year, debtors has actually changed the way it's been set out. The accounting method used has been to put in the subsidiary debtors, the actual names of the people that make up that debtors figure in 2016, but in 2017 that wasn't used. So this report isn't comparable because the same accounting methods weren't used. B, the historical cost principle hasn't been applied. In 2016, the value of the premises went up from $475,000 to $510,000, but then in 2017 it went back down to $475,000. That means this report's not comparable. To be comparable, we should have applied the historical cost principle every year, so the premises was always valued at $475,000. C said should use the same formatting of accounting reports each period to make them comparable, and we can see that's true because in this case we haven't done that. In that third year we've expressed things in thousands of dollars. That means that all those numbers in 2017 can't really be compared with their previous numbers easily. Why are they expressed in actual dollars in 2015 and 16 and not in 2017? It's very difficult to compare that cash figure of 25.1 with the figures in 2015 and 16 of 17,200 and 29,800. The point we're trying to demonstrate with this balance sheet is that the answer to this question is actually going to be D. To support the qualitative characteristic of accounting, we need to do three things. Use the same accounting methods every period, apply the historical cost principle every period, and use the same formatting of accounting reports each period, leaving our answer as D. All of the above measures would help support the qualitative characteristic of comparability.